So we are in this narrow passage and we just find out we lost our bow thruster. I'm not happy.
In order to have days like this, you're going to have days like this. This is Tips on Tuesday. We're going to talk about what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Stay tuned so you don't feel like doing this. If you like these videos, please subscribe and give us a like. And if you have anything to add to the conversation or any questions, please leave them below.
Well, hello! You might be wondering what I'm doing up here next to the bow thruster. There's our beautiful bow thruster right there. Yesterday, I was cruising along and we were in a pretty tight space trying to anchor the boat next to Zatara, and I spun my prop off. It's put on with plastic bolts so that if it hits a piece of plastic or you toggle your joystick back and forth too fast, the prop just pops off. So anyways, Zatara was behind me. They saw where my prop went. We went back to get it. Here's my valet service.
That's right.
We're on a mission. I'm going down to get my propeller that I spun off.
So Ken, your audience wants to really know, what's it like to cruise with the Zatara?
Really cool, actually.
Get in the water.
Is that metal or plastic?
Fiberglass. But all the screws that go in it,
Yeah.
are all plastic.
I think we saw that, Ken.
Well, I was thinking about coming back and trying to find it, but you know, there's no way, unless you guys would have saw it, that I would have found it.
Jack saw it first. Jack's eyes were on it.
This guy right here.
Whoa!
Thanks, Zatara. You're the best.
We're the best.
See you later, Captain Ken.
And now I have to put the prop back on, but since I can't get the ends of these bolts, I can't get them out of the bottom, so I'm gonna have to drop my bow thruster in the water. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get this room ready so that I can work in here, and that can be done real fast. And there you go. We're ready to work. What we're going to do is we're going to take all the bolts off of this. We're going to drop it down a little ways. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put a special piece on there, tape it up, drop it down, and drop it into the ocean. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull it aboard. And once we get it aboard, we'll fix it up, put the new prop on, make sure everything else is okay. And the last thing we'll do is we'll take the lower unit and we'll put it back up through and hook it back up again. Then we'll be ready to go.
Bow thruster, which is right here. So let's pop this off. So you notice I have 3 extra props, but what I need is I need the screws. So actually I have 4 props. And of course I have a complete rebuild kit for it. There's a complete rebuild kit for the bow thruster. There's some more bow thruster parts. But in here I've got a bunch of screws, at least I thought I did, and that's what I'm looking for. There's one. I make sure that all the screws are the right length and everything. because I don't want to use these screws here, because this is a good prop. This is the last brand new prop we've got. So we'll keep this one upstairs, and see, we've got 2 more props down here. Actually, I think we got 4 spare props. So I'm going to put this baby on here. Okay, now that's that in place, we got to take this ring off here. Okay, once that's off, it exposes the Allen bolts that we need to take off, and there are 4 of them. So let's get started on that. Number 1, and it's covered with Corrosion X like I put it on yesterday. And every single one of those Allen things are just a little bit different. Trying to get up around there and up around the other side, it's really difficult, so you just have to take your time. But once you get those off, it should drop down really nicely. I was able to get this wrench on here, and so it's pretty nice. So this one's going to come off pretty easy. And if that's the case, it might go on pretty easy too, because that's the hardest part, is getting these things back on. Notice the amount of Corrosion X on there. Make sure you cover everything with Corrosion X when you put yours together. We'll make sure we do it again, but that's the one thing you have to make sure there's enough Corrosion X at the top of this thing, so you never get it stuck. So many people, they just leave it and don't put Corrosion X on it, and then they're wondering why they can't get their bow thruster apart. And it's not a good feeling to have when that does happen. Got it. Well, that wasn't so hard. Last time it was a complete disaster trying to get these off. Not because I couldn't turn them, it was just getting a wrench on there. But now I got these nice wrenches that my wife bought me. Now it's a lot easier because I have a lot more possibilities of tools. Woo, got lucky. Got my washer back. Okay, that's 3 out. And I left this one for last so that it's in front and it makes it easy to take it out. Get all those other ones out first. Just gotta make sure we get that washer. See how nicely that dropped down? That's the way yours should drop down as well. If not, you didn't put enough Corrosion X around this thing. You need to put a lot of Corrosion X around it, and we'll do it again. We'll make sure that we cover that up again. Now, next step. Oh,
Uh-oh. We didn't drop it down far enough. Well, that's no fun. Do this really quick because it'll never get that high. Then what we'll do is we will... That would really suck to drop this thing. Of course, it's you should do this in a place where it's shallow enough that you can go get it. We're supposed to use these babies. Screw it into the side. Well, since we've never used these before, I just don't know. Okay, that's good. Let's get this piece out of the way. Let's tie this off to something. Just to make sure I don't drop it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up and I'm going to put tape around that to make it waterproof. Okay, we got the tape on. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. So you're gonna hold this thing up, or we can actually just tie it off somewhere. I don't know where to tie this thing off. I think you're just gonna have to hold it up. The moment of truth. Looks like it picked up some water.
Well, it probably just came in when I was swimming and we dropped it down. Everything else looks pretty damn good. So we're just going to put a new seal on there, and I think that'll be good. So this is our new seal. We put a little bit of silicone RTV sealant around the outside. So we put some oil in. We need to put a little bit more. Got to put about just about that much. So a little bit more oil, and then we're ready to put that on and get moving. All done. Okay, so we got to tape this up now. Try to get it as waterproof as possible. I need you to thread this thing through from here all the way through.
What you gonna do now?
I gotta get that tape off there.
I can do it. I would be better than you.
Alright, I'll let you do it.
Still need me?
Well, do you want to see what the hex nuts look like? Okay, good.
Put it in here for now.
So here it is. This is the only thing holding it in right now. So we're gonna put a bunch of Corrosion X up in there. Gonna put a bunch of Corrosion X on the top of that, and then we should be good to go. Corrosion X. Okay, last thing we gotta do is we gotta get these bolts in. And each one has to be coated with a little bit of Corrosion X. Getting at least one of these screws done, and then that is the hard part.
Stop!
How much did it move?
Inch.
So it's all put back together. We got our ring on, 4 nuts in. So we are good to go try it out. Turn the bow thruster on. The bow thruster is now ready to operate. You can test it by using the joystick.
If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.
They said they came from Spanish.